3 homes in Lafayette around $200,000. What can you buy in Lafayette for about $200,000? Now, I say about because there's really not that much available under $200,000. I particularly picked out the south side of Lafayette, the 47909 area code on this search to kind of get an eye towards the up-and-coming part of the city and getting away from downtown and the North End, which are fantastic places to live. But so often when we look at these kinds of homes at this price point, we get drawn into those neighborhoods. So we're looking at 47909, 3 homes for about $200,000. We're going to start with 2325 Sequoia Drive. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,500 square feet. Now, as always, I'm not going to lead off with the price. You guys can guess at the price as we go. Let me know what you think the price might be. But it is down, as I said, all of these are down on the south side of Lafayette. And if you give me just a second, I'll bring up the map. And we can see this one is actually right behind Mike Alby's Arrowhead Bowl. So here's the bowling alley right here, and here is 2325 Sequoia Drive. So just off of 52 on the south side, real close to the mall and everything around there. And we'll just zoom out a little bit. Zoom, zoom. You can kind of see here's downtown and the North End. So it's what I would call the near south side. Let's take a tour. So keep in mind, 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, 1,500 square feet. Let me get into the pictures here. Keep in mind, we so often in these home tours look at $1 million homes. These are homes around $200,000 in Lafayette. So there's looking at the front. You can see that this one is not empty. Residents still there at the moment. Just a normal size living dining room. Again, 1,600 square feet. Call that country kitchen. It almost looks like rattan on the front of those kitchen doors. Again, when you're buying something in this price range, quite often it's what you might jokingly call a blank canvas. It's ready for your updating. This carpet, this paint scheme, the kitchen cabinets probably need a little bit of updating. There's our living room. Hallway going down to the bedrooms. Sliding door closets. We got some hardwood, probably original hardwood in these rooms. So, not sure that this was a national home. It's a little big to be a national home. It might be. It might have a extension built onto it. That quite often happens. National Homes was a manufacturer of homes around the 50s through the 70s here in Lafayette. They built a lot of workmen's first homes. 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, 1 bath, usually around 900 to 1,000 square feet. But many of them have had square footage added onto them over the years. You can see we're in the office now. This might be the most updated room in the house. So start making your guesses on price. So clearly, slightly older. People have lived here for a while. Probably needs a little bit of updating. So often we look at homes that are a blank canvas where there's nothing in them. So you kind of have to imagine for yourself the space that is in this home because it's still full. I think we're looking at the garage here with access to above. detached one-car garage. I'm going to back up a step. Yep, I think we're looking into the garage from here. Lovely area to garden in the back. And that's one of the things you get with these older homes is, a landscape that feels like it's lived in, like it has been there. So we're coming up on the end of the pictures here. Lovely patio on the back. An established neighborhood. So we've taken a tour. 2325 Sequoia Drive. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1,500 square feet. $171,000. Less than $200,000. This might be one of the best prices that I've seen on a home in a while. Now, why might that be? You never know. It might be that the sellers are just ready to sell. It could be that the market has been testing the upper limits the last few months for sure, and probably the last couple of years in reality. So this is probably what is really a fair price for this home, but it might just be that the sellers just want to get it sold. So if you're interested in this 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,500 square foot in the core of the south side of Lafayette, give me a call right now or shoot me a text. This will not last long. It has been on the market for just a day now. All right. Our next home, 2504 Lafayette Drive in Lafayette, Indiana. This one is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,700 square feet. I'll bring up the map so we can look at where this is, but this location is just really kind of astounding. This is a neighborhood that people love to get into, and you'll see why as soon as I open the map. Here we go. Can you see why? Here's the home on Whitehall, or on Davis, or on Lafayette, sorry. Can you tell me why everybody wants to be in this neighborhood? It is almost next door to Central Catholic, and it is really less than a block away from Tecumseh Junior High and Lafayette Geoff Middle School, and also close to the Tippecanoe County Fairgrounds. They say that real estate is location, location, location. People love these neighborhoods around the schools. Put your students within walking distance of school if that's your situation. Let's go check this out. Again, you'll get to guess the price. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1,700 square feet. Again, older home. Let's take a look. Front, 1-car attached garage. Some brick wainscoting there across the front. Now this one is empty. It's a little easier to visualize what your house might look like with your stuff when it's empty. Sometimes it's a little harder with other people's stuff. So allow the sellers that grace when you're looking at homes. But great hardwood floors, probably original. Looks like they have been sanded and worked on. Those look like newer windows. If you were interested in this home, we'd do some research, but I have a feeling those windows are not original to the house. Yep, the bathroom has had some updating. Again, this house has had some work done to it. And I don't think you'll be surprised to find that it's reflected in the price as you put your guesses together. Hardwood floors in one of the bedrooms. Work was started. Needs a little finishing. A little bit of trim work there would take care of that. Needs some outlet covers. Nothing big. A lot of people these days get rid of these sliding doors and might even put like your office setup in the closet. Of course, that leaves less space for clothing, but Yeah, I really, really love these floors in this home. They've done a good job taking care of them. So centrally located between Central Catholic, Lafayette, Geoff, the fairgrounds. Keep that in mind as you start putting your price guesses together. The kitchen's had a little bit of work done to it. Had the floor replaced. You don't have to love it, but it's been worked on. The kitchen cabinets are okay. Looks like they might actually be newer, maybe new. Basement partially finished. So they've got some drywall and paint up on there, but no flooring in. They do have a drop ceiling that needs a little bit of work. I'm guessing the panels are off because they were working down there. Pretty typical for this age of home for the basements to look this way. Not scary at all. You could turn this into a comfortable living space really easily. Parquet floors in a bathroom are an interesting choice that I probably wouldn't go with, but somebody did, and that's okay. This bathroom definitely needs a little bit of work showing its age. This is the basement bathroom, though. Single car garage. Fairly typical for this age and style of home. Back deck with a small yard. Certainly manageable from a lawn care standpoint. Coming up on the end, so start thinking about what this house costs. So we've taken a tour. 2504 Lafayette Drive. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1,700 square feet. Remember, location, location, location. Around the corner from Lafayette Central Catholic, down the street from the Tippecanoe County Fairgrounds, and less than a block to Lafayette Jefferson High School. How much do you think? I'll give you one hint. We're going up in price. We started at the bottom. This one is listed and has been listed for about a month. It was listed on August 28th at $179,900. So everybody guessed a little high. So we were at $171,000 for our first listing, and our second listing we're at $179,900. So $180,000 less than $200,000. Now, if you were paying attention earlier, that might give you some clues as to what the third house that we're going to look at costs. It's been on the market for 33 days. Not sure why that is, but if you're interested in home in Lafayette, I'd love to be your local Lafayette real estate resource of choice. Let's go look at this house together. Send me a text or an email. Reach out right here. 765-413-6190. I'll look down and see my phone ringing in the middle of the stream here, and I'll get back to you as soon as we're done if you get a hold of me. I promise I will. But we're going up in price. I've told you that. Let's go on to our third home of the evening, around $200,000 on the south side of Lafayette. This one is 2605 Chilton Drive, Lafayette. It is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,100 square feet, and this one is well and truly on the south side. It is around the corner from the new-ish south side Walmart. Zoom out right here and we can see we're looking right here, and I'll move the map a little bit. Here's the Walmart. So we're just down the street from Walmart. This cross street right here, let me zoom out one more tick. This is Veterans Memorial. So Veterans Memorial is the downtown, if you will, of the south side of Lafayette. This is well and truly the south side. This neighborhood is one that I've kind of jokingly referred to as the doll houses. The homes, the front facades of these houses, kind of the scale of them kind of give the feeling of a doll house. A full-size house, but a smaller scale front side just kind of gives it that look, I thought. So this is in what I jokingly call the dollhouse neighborhoods. So let's go take a tour of it. Keep in mind, we said we're going up in price. This one is 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1,100 square feet around the corner from the Walmart on the south side. So here we go. You can kind of see what I mean by doll houses here. It doesn't really quite show in the one-story varieties. You can really see what I'm talking about if you drive down the street in this neighborhood and check out the 2-story homes. Little privacy fencing using some shrubbery there on that front window. You can kind of see it over here. This house is the one that I'm talking about that kind of gives me, is one of those ones that gives me a dollhouse feel. Again, residents still here, so use your imagination as to what your home might look like. Living room with the, not eat-in kitchen, but the attached kitchen. So it's a great room. Doesn't have the vaulted ceiling. This one is newer. I don't have it in front of me, but this is early 2000s, I believe. There's the kitchen. All stainless steel appliances. Definitely a little more modern than the last two that we looked at. Eat-in kitchen with the table and stools there. I think these are the original builder's cabinets. They need a little bit of love. Just because a house is newer doesn't mean that it doesn't need some work. Pantry / laundry room. 1 bedroom. Some interesting floor choices. Clearly a gamer lives here. More power to you. Stormtrooper's gotten a hold of your toothbrushes there, guys. This is probably the primary. Yep, there's the ensuite bathroom there. Getting close to the end, so start formulating what you think your guesses are on price and start dropping them in the chat. And if you're watching this video later, drop them in the comments below. Interesting pergola on the back. It's one of the features of these houses in the dollhouse neighborhood is that they all have alleys and garages facing backs, which is one of the things that lends that unique architectural look to the fronts of the houses, which leads me to call them the doll houses. So what do you think? What's the cost on this one? Remember, we've been going up in price. This one's 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1,100 square feet, a little newer than the other homes that we've looked at. It's been on the market for 3 days. It will probably go quickly. What's your guesses? 189.9, 180, 220. Okay, well, you're all guessing pretty good. You're starting to get the hang of the game. 214. This one's going for $214,000. That's what I said. Homes around $200,000. Specifically looking at 47909 on the south side of Lafayette today, which is really from the core of Lafayette, from around Lafayette, Geoff, all the way south of there. So it reaches into what you might think of as old Lafayette as well. It's not just the new developments down there around 350 South around Veterans Memorial Parkway. It's hard to find homes that are under $200,000. So this week we found 2, and then our third one was over at $214,000. So that's our tour of 3 homes for around $200,000 here in the Lafayette area. I'd love to be your local Lafayette real estate resource of choice. Please reach out. All of my contact information is below. Hit the like and subscribe button. Go check out our couple of hundred now videos about Lafayette and all the fun things to do around here, cool homes in the area. And if I can be of any help to you, please reach out to me.